What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the What's Up, Everybody podcast here with my co-host, Sweet Tea.
Sweetened tea.
Sweetened tea, which is
Drinking
delicious.
the coffee.
Oh, you got your coffee. Yours and ours mine look completely
I'm
different.
drinking coffee. He's drinking milk.
Yeah. I like a little coffee with my cream. Don't laugh like that, dude.
You would.
Yeah, shut up. Oh, so good. How was your weekend, man?
It was good.
Awesome. Awesome.
No, man, it was good. It was good.
Pretty busy this weekend.
Yeah.
We had Black Belt Club Loser Pit night,
Yeah.
which the fans have no idea what that's about.
All day shoot with Transparent Labs
That's
Saturday.
right, man. That's right. All day. How did I forget about that? I literally all day yesterday, me and Tony,
Sweet tea.
Sweet Tea, we got done at what, 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
I got done at 6, a little after 6.
Yeah.
So all day shoot for Transparent Labs, one of my sponsors. It was fun. We did running hills, which is cardio. We did sparred with Sweet Tea. We got some sparring footage.
Yep. So check out their next commercial. They're dropping it.
Go check
It's
that.
a commercial spot, so I'll be. Whoops. Sorry,
Whoa, new
man.
mics, guys. New mic stands.
Got the stands. Shout out your boy. You see me in the background and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Forget who the real MVP is. Don't forget it.
But we got that actually on footage for our YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
So we'll be dropping that here pretty soon. All day in the life of what it's like to be a MMA fighter.
Superstar.
I don't know about super.
Yeah, definitely not.
No. Yeah. I mean, you're supposed to be like. I mean, you kind of are. Not really. I mean, when you think about it, you got guys like myself, and then you got guys like who aren't as popular. Justin Bieber, Chuck Norris. Not as
Ramstein.
Yeah, not as good, not as high on the level of stardom as I am.
Yeah, not quite.
They're working their way up. But
One
yeah,
day.
it was a good weekend.
I think Bieber's got potential.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
He's getting there. He's getting there. But good weekend, man. We got a good weekend of fights as well. I don't know if you guys saw the UFC fight night this past main event. Anthony Smith versus
Ryan Superman Spann.
Yeah, that was a good fight. Smith ended up with the W. Just beat him. Just beat him up pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, first round finish. Beat him up, dropped him, submitted him, let him know who the OG is. Called it a day.
He seemed a little upset, like kind of pissed out after the fight.
Well, I think I didn't really, to be honest, and this is my bad, I didn't really know a whole lot of this fight, like going into it. Like I didn't really watch a whole lot. I wasn't really involved. We've been busy, things like that. But apparently Superman Spann was just being a little disrespectful to the OG, to the OG Smith. One of the big things that I remember is Anthony Smith. An interviewer asked Anthony Smith about Ryan Spann's recent comments, and Spann had said something. He quoted Rorschach. He was like, "You think I'm trapped in here with you, but you're in here with me."
Yeah.
And then Anthony Smith was basically like, "Shut up, you nerd. Like, I know what movie that's from. Quit being a nerd." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been in literally Anthony Smith's records like 36-17 or something just crazy like that. Like, you're not going to be able to
intimidate
a guy. He's been in there with John Jones. He's been in there with the who's who. You're not going to be able to intimidate him.
No.
With words.
No, you can't.
So he was just like, shut it. Now, that was really all I saw. I don't know the other disrespect, but obviously it was enough. I think I saw DC posted, or he said something, or somebody typed what he said, and he said, like, when you show disrespect, when you don't hug a guy, when you don't bump gloves with him, especially an OG like Anthony Smith, then you're asking
for a butt whooping.
So Anthony Smith finished him, and then he let him know like who he is. You know what I mean? One of those things. So
you better remember. And Anthony Smith, how can you not like that guy? He's spent some time here, get some sparring sessions in before
Chris's fight.
Chris's fight. So I got to get some sparring with him. The nicest guy ever, and he is not. He doesn't look nice.
No, he doesn't.
He just has one of those. I don't know, like
He almost looks like a gargoyle.
Anthony. He just doesn't look like a nice guy. If you just saw him out and about. Now when he puts his clothes on and he dresses up and he wears his glasses,
Gets dapper.
completely different. But when he's out there getting ready to fight, or you just see him in the cage for the first time, getting ready to fight somebody, he looks like just not a nice guy at all.
Yeah.
You
Well, we know he is.
He's a very nice guy, very intelligent, very sweet guy.
Oh,
I'd love to come back, man. I'd love to come back and get some training with you. Come on back to the gym, pitch black. Let's go. After Chris Weidman heals, so I'll have somebody to spar you besides me.
How's Chris doing, by the way? You talked to him a good bit. Is he healing up? Good?
Yeah, he's doing good, man. Spirsky, after his last surgery, he's been kind of around the world right now doing some pretty cool, innovative healing stuff. He was in Colombia,
Really?
right? Or he was
Like Colombia? Or like
Colombia.
Colombia, South Carolina?
No, I think it was like,
South America?
yeah, I think it was South America.
Sketchy.
I think it was South America. It might have been just Colombia, South Carolina. But he was doing some kind of healing for his bone. I don't know. But
Was he seeing the shaman?
yeah.
Local shaman?
Yeah.
Was he going to Nepal, where Doctor Strange went? And
For
his-
enlightenment. Yeah, he could literally give you an out-of-body experience just by sticking his palm
So,
in your chest.
real quick question. This is completely off topic, but kind of on topic. Can anybody be Doctor Strange? Like, if I went to that woman, could I become Doctor Strange?
I don't think so. Now,
What makes Doctor Strange? He was just a doctor.
because he was a genius. He literally had a photographic memory. He can remember things better than. That's why he got to become a brain surgeon, one of the best brain surgeons in the world, because whatever he does, doctor, because he had like a photographic memory.
So
And
that assists him in like knowing like the.
just all the spells and everything. He just looks at it one time, he can do it.
Gotcha. I was about to say because like
Can
that would
anybody
make
become?
him like less cool.
Yeah, he just understands it because the ancient one, remember the chick, the ancient one said, she saw into the future.
The bald lady.
Yeah, the bald lady.
Yeah.
She saw into the future and realized that, like, he was going to be the best. He was like the best defender of Earth than the other ancient, whatever you call them, wizards of wizardry.
Now, does this
Hogwarts.
have to do exactly? Does this have to do with Hogwarts as well?
No,
Are they in the
it's
same?
different. Not different.
Did Doctor
different
Strange
universe.
go to Hogwarts or did he go to Durmstrang?
Yeah.
I know nothing about Harry Potter, dude.
You just name stuff. You were right.
Yeah.
Those are different schools off
And
of
then
Harry Potter.
what was the girl one?
You ready? Let me tell you. Because you were in love with it. That was like one of your first movie crushes.
Ball Baton.
Bon Beton. Very good.
Yeah, dude. I had a
Freaking
movie crush for that movie.
Fleur
on
Delacour.
Fleur Delacour.
Dude, I used to go watch that movie. He was like, oh my God, I love her.
Marry you, dude.
You
I've only had
love
like
her. You
2
love Fleur.
serious movie crushes, and the other one was Emma Stone and Spider-Man when we saw the new Spider-Man, and we were in San Francisco at the time.
Oh, yeah. You just
So
like
just
fell in
like
love with her.
the allure of being in San Francisco, I was like, what if I see her on the street?
You mean tell you my first movie crush?
I know who it is.
Who?
Lilu from Fifth Element.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
How
would
did
not
you
shut up about her.
Wow, dude, I was in love
Oh,
with
Mila
her.
Jovovich.
Yeah.
Jovovich?
I'm not sure.
Jovovich?
No idea. I don't even know how you remember these names.
Just
dude.
making straight B movies.
She is the Resident Evil queen at this point. How many movies?
Yeah, I'm
has
pretty
she
sure her
been in?
career went downhill after that.
Yeah.
After Fifth Element.
Lilu in Fifth Element, I had a huge movie crush on, and then after her, there was one other.
Maybe put that like in the corner somewhere. You know what I mean?
Sorry, man. My mic?
Yeah. Because you're
Thanks,
like
dude.
talking straight ahead.
Yeah, what?
I know, dude.
Oh,
we
straight.
gotta fix the deal here.
But it was what's her face from Zorro, the chick.
Oh,
what's
Catherine
her-
Zeta-Jones.
Oh my gosh, she was just,
Pretty sure she looks the exact same.
Gina Chrome.
Didn't she play in who?
I was like, Gina Chrome.
Gina. Oh, that's messed up, dude. That's crazy.
It's that. I had
It's that
to throw
underground
some what do you call it?
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy theories out there. It's like supposed to be like the movie star thing.
People just staying
Gina
young
Chroming it
for
up.
her. Well,
Yeah.
there's only like
Staying
4
younger.
people that take it apparently. Brad Pitt, George Clooney.
Not Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise for sure. Tom Cruise, I mean, he's 50
he would
something.
be into that.
Bro. Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt? No, I don't believe Brad Pitt would be into that.
Who else?
Tom Cruise. He's
that
like
one,
58 and he's
what's
still
his
doing
name?
his own stunts. Like what? Have you
know
seen
about
that
all
picture
that.
of him and the chick from Top Gun and what they look like now? Then and then now? He looks pretty much the
I'm
same.
gonna be honest
and
with
she
you. I'm
looks
gonna
like
break a
she
lot
is
of hearts
70.
here. I've never seen Top Gun. I've only seen Hot Shots. Where they make
Hot
fun of
Shots
Top
Part
Gun.
2.
Part
Hot Shots
Deuce.
is the best.
That was the best.
You would see that before seeing Top Gun.
Well, it came out like when I was alive. Top
Yeah.
Gun was like
I
at
saw
least
Top
15
Gun.
years earlier.
When I was young. I'm just waiting for. I mean, I guess this new Top Gun ain't come about for another 10 years. It's supposed to come out like 2 years ago, I think. But it's
Speaking of coming out, Matrix 4?
what? What do you mean coming out? Like, oh, the new.
Like
Okay.
the new Matrix. You excited?
Am I excited,
I mean, you have to be excited if you grew up in the realm of Matrixosity.
man?
But
Y'all
like,
have no
I saw the
idea.
previews and I was like, has it been too long? Is it just going to be too crazy? Like, is it going to just ruin 1, 2, and 3? You know,
I think if it does, you can just exclude it because it happened so many years after. You can just be like, no, okay, I'm just not even worried about.
it's like Dumb and Dumber and then Dumb and Dumb. Well,
it's just Dumb and Dumber 2, right? Because you had Dumb and
Yeah.
Dumberer, which was stupid.
that was the worst.
But even then, with the original characters, Jim Carrey and whatever the Harry,
It was
It was
bad.
terrible. Like they were trying way too hard. I just hope they don't. Keanu Reeves has been in the acting game for a while. Like he's been doing the John Wick thing, which is pretty much the Matrix anyway. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like he's gonna it's gonna be good.
What you don't know is that Keanu Reeves, Mr. Anderson, is John Wick in the Matrix before he knew he was Neo.
Oh. What? So are you saying those are in the same universe? No, dude. But I'm excited.
Maybe
Matrix
it was a
4,
different version of the Matrix.
I've been watching all kinds of conspiracies on it, like theories on how he came back and all this other stuff. So it's kind of hyping me up watching all this stuff on YouTube that everybody's like, all right, how is he back? How is even Trinity back? So there are theories that because the machines took them because they were in the machine world when they died and they just plugged them back in, And you see a lot of these blue pills that Keanu Reeves, Neo, is taking, and people are speculating that it's supposed to suppress his memories of being the actual one, being plugged back into the Matrix, but he ends up meeting somebody like Morpheus in there.
His name is Morpheus.
Morpheus? Is it really?
No, dude. That's what I'm saying. I hope it's not like that.
Yeah.
Like, my name is Morpheus.
I'm like,
It's like, bruh.
Morpheus and Norpheus. Yeah, he's my long lost brother. But I'm excited to see where they go with it. I mean, it looks dope. Like some of the fight scenes and jumping around buildings and stuff look pretty cool.
And that's another thing I'm worried about. Matrix 1,
Legit. The
legit.
best of all time.
Even the fight scenes, very little CGI in terms of like, if it was there, it wasn't like super noticeable. But then Matrix 2, the whole Agent Smith scene, it was like 99% CGI.
It was not that good at the time either.
I know.
The CGI
And
wasn't.
even the third one, they definitely calmed it down a lot, but it
Yeah.
was still there. I hope they don't go too crazy on the.
What I've always wondered about the Matrix is that he learned how to do kung fu and all these other different martial arts, right? Through being plugged into the Matrix. So remember when he fought the Agent Smith guy outside of it? Why didn't he use martial arts? He knew it. Why didn't he use it? He was just like bar brawling. I'm like, dude, you know how to do kung fu and taekwondo and all this other stuff. Why aren't
your
you using
brain
it
is your
outside?
brain. If you can live and die in the Matrix and die in real life, then you should be able to use what you learned in the Matrix in the real world.
Yeah, the fight scene was crazy.
But his muscles and stuff didn't work the same, so maybe he didn't have confidence in his
Maybe it was
muscles.
just the fact that he was plugged up most of his life. Not the atrophy or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
For real though, it's like me. Like I know how to do crazy spinny stuff, but because of my extreme lack of endurance, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna try to body slam you. You know what I mean?
Just lay on you, smother you.
Speaking of body slamming,
Bro,
what?
I thought you were going right into like something else.
Yeah,
Somebody who you wouldn't want to get body slammed.
talking about Thor.
Yes.
Yeah, I was segueing into that.
Okay.
Of course.
That's why I was like, bro.
That's why I said it.
That's why I said, bro, because I knew what you were going into.
Yeah, dude. Thor.
He had the mountain.
Thor had another boxing match.
Wait, another?
Yeah, he already had
This is his
one.
second one? Mm-hmm. Did he lose the first one?
Pretty sure it was an exhibition.
Okay.
I think it was an exhibition, but he definitely lost. He fought like a legit pro boxer.
Oh yeah, of course.
But it was like an old school, like an old legit pro boxer.
Yeah.
I think he was like an old. But he just had technique. He was fast. He was crisp. He was able to handle the size. Like it was just.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to
that's
striking,
that's why they went to an arm wrestler for his next bout.
Yeah. Devon Larratt. You know what?
Who's a G, by the way.
Dude, I love that guy. I can sit there and watch Devon Larratt just arm wrestle all day. I go down these little rabbit holes when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I can sit there and watch it all day long and watch how they just the art form of arm wrestling and the amount of tendon, bicep, forearm strength that these guys have. Like Devon Larratt legit beat Thor in arm wrestling.
It's
the
crazy.
Strongest man, and just played with him.
Yeah.
Had his hand up, was like, hey, watch this. He's like talking to the mountain and just beat him. Which is, I think, why he was just terrible at boxing.
Yeah.
He's so just arm wrestle.
And the fact that he trained only for this fight, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, true. And how old is Devon? He's got to be he looked like, what, in his late 40s maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the 40s.
And Devon Larratt just needs to stick
And Thor is only 32.
What?
He's only 32 years of age. He's about to. He turns 33 this year in November.
No way. I thought he was like my age.
Mm-mm. You're old, man.
Stop.
Thor is young.
He doesn't look it.
He's
he's shredded.
His prime right now.
It looks weird to see him shredded like that.
I know.
To see a giant of a man like
that
shredded.
Gives me hope.
Tony, you could do it. You're not as tall.
Ain't crapping in. The dude's been a bodybuilder his whole life. The dude came out the womb with dumbbells, bro. Just like he drove his mom home from the hospital.
That's the thing. I want to see what his parents look like. What does his parents look like? How
Can't.
can a guy be?
They're
not like
they're mythical creatures, dude.
Yeah,
They're titans.
No, they're Anunnaki.
Whatever the heck
that is. He's legit biblical giant. It's got to be, because I was at was it Arnold Classic?
Yeah.
Which is the big bodybuilding protein convention, walking around in people's protein farts all day. Just everybody's jacked. And I saw a guy who is just as big, Brian
Shaw.
Yeah, Brian Shaw.
Great guy. Definitely need to collab with him. Brian Shaw, if you're on the podcast or if you're listening, love to collab with you. We need to do a Brian Shaw eating challenge. The dude eats like 10,000 calories a day.
You could do that.
No, you need to. Yeah, you could.
How can I do that?
You know, Michael Phelps would have like 8,000 to 10,000 calories.
Dude, you know
That's
how many
the word.
meals I eat during the day?
1.5.
I have literally 1.5 meals.
Well,
that's just how I do.
Like anything else, train for it. Anyways, continue your thought.
So I was sitting there looking at Brian Shaw walking through this thing. And he was walking ahead of me or whatever.
Ripping farts, crop dust, and you all the way.
Crop dust, but I didn't mind it because I could not keep my eyes off of this guy. I've never seen a guy that big in my life. I've seen professional basketball players, height-wise, but when the width to height ratio is just pretty much on the same level, like you've never seen a guy this big in your life. He couldn't fit through that doorway. His head he's what, 6'11" or something like that?
I'm not sure the
420 pounds?
Stats on Brian Shaw.
Oh my gosh. He is a legit giant. And I'm like, how can guys get that big? It's crazy.
Let's see.
Crazy.
Brian Shaw, 6'8", so he's actually 1 inch shorter than Thor.
How much does he weigh?
He weighs approximately 385 to 440 pounds.
385 to 440 pounds.
Thor is bigger than him. The guys from Transparent Labs said that whenever he was, lifting crazy heavy, he was 450 pounds.
Yeah, he did that world record
6'9", 450 pounds.
That's crazy. Man, that's just a giant of a man. That's wild. I think he would do better in MMA. All you got to do is take you down and lay on you.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Boxing is not his sport.
But MMA is.
Mm-hmm.
Who thinks wins, Thor or Ngannou? So maybe MMA is not his sport.
That's just funny because, I was thinking about that the other day. Who was it? It was Brendan Schaub was saying something after that Conor McGregor and MGK incident over the weekend, and how these guys, how these guys on the red carpet who pretty much act their entire life. They act like tough guys, right? They talk like they're tough guys in their music, how they're just gangsters. But Conor is a legit gangster. Like he could you line everybody up 3 at a time on the red carpet, Conor's finishing all those guys out there.
Absolutely.
Conor's
Especially MGK.
So you're sitting there talking trash to a professional MMA fighter for what?
To a guy who is legit at what it is that you feel like you can be better at him then? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you are entering into the realm when you're talking trash and you're pushing and shoving each other. You're entering into the realm of what it is legitimately that he is good at.
Yeah.
Fighting.
The fight game.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Rap him to death?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just spit some crazy, bar that Conor McGregor's head just explodes.
Only shot. It's like if you're
counting. The reason he did that because he knew that people were going to stop it.
Yeah, it's like getting in a fight in school.
Yeah, dude.
It's like I'm going to fight you right here in the middle of the lunchroom where there's as many teachers as there's ever going to be around, so that I don't have to get beat up for very long because they're going to jump in and stop it.
Yeah, so you just did it
really
to look hard.
Yeah. It's like, but in reality, everybody's just making them. You're an idiot.
Yeah, dude, you're wearing face jewelry. Like you're wearing makeup. MGK, what are you doing? Celebrity. They need to bring back celebrity deathmatch, but in real form, not clay.
They used to have that the boxing. I remember like Kim Kardashian boxed.
The guy that plays in Saved by the Bell, the nerd. What's his name?
Screech. Rest in peace.
Oh man, I forgot about that. Sorry, dude.
Crazy.
But he fought in that. I forgot who he fought.
Yeah, dude.
And he won. He looked legit. I might be mistaken. I think he won. If you guys know out there, type in the comments if he won or not. Let me know.
But yeah.
But we just did a crazy.
That's
circle
what
there.
podcasting life is, man. You just let it flow. They're heading to work this Monday morning, and they're trying to get their minds right and listen to some people talk, and we're talking.
Okay, who he wins? MGK, Conor McGregor.
Every day, not one like you. Sometimes you can be like, well, he's got this, and he could not one single.
What I imagine with that is
for
in
MGK.
the back, out of the camera's view, they were like, "Oh man, great work, dude."
Yeah, like dude, we sold it.
Yeah,
we sold it. Hey man, meet me after this. We're gonna go to Club 459. Come on.
459. Yeah, I don't know what these guys. They're delusional. These These rappers and trying to be hard, just delusional, man. You would not step it. You wouldn't do it. But anyway.
But anyways, back to Thor.
Mm-hmm. Was that a first round?
I'm not sure what round it was, but he was swinging and he was hitting. That was about all that was happening.
Oh no, it's just
he's trying, man.
It's just the way Devon Larratt took that shot and staggered over to the corner. And they just go ahead and stopped it.
Yeah.
Didn't even take a knee. He just staggered once, and they're like, "Okay, that's enough."
Mm-hmm. Guy. Yeah. Good. I'm not sure Thor's intentions. I guess he's like, I've already been the world's strongest man. Let me use my strength and see. It's like what we always talk about. It's like you have guys that are monstrous, and they look like they could just. They should be on the front lines of battle and they could just maul you to pieces. But most 99% of the most physically fit people that you see can't even use it.
Well, it's like in the movie Troy.
Yeah.
You had that giant dude and freaking Brad Pitt just killed him like that.
Mm-hmm. You can't even use it. So it's like at the end of the day,
Achilles just
their muscles are purely to be looked at. Just like not what muscles are meant to be, I guess.
Very rarely do you see big jack dudes. There was a guy, I think it might have been ONE FC.
But what my point was that Thor is changing that. Yeah. He's like, you know what? I've been there, done that. Let me try to
do something else, man.
Do something practical with my size. But
for somebody who spent most of his career not doing cardio, right, and just lifting heavy stuff. Like they lift one thing and then they're about to have a heart attack. Mm-hmm. To go into something that's predominantly cardio based, which is why that guy, That's why he looks so shredded. It's so weird to see him shredded like that. His one ab is like as big as my torso. Mm-hmm. You know, it's huge.
Yeah.
But hats off to him, man. I'm glad he's making that jump, doing something different. So that was crazy.
You were gonna say something, and then I kind of interrupted you.
I forgot.
Something about big
people. How my mind works, dude. When I'm getting it out, I'm moving on to something else. I forgot.
I'm pulling a you.
Yes. Totally stop it.
Phil Davis, Romero, thoughts, go.
Phil Davis, man, it was good. Went the distance. Out wrestled an Olympic wrestler.
Yeah, isn't that a
It's
conundrum?
MMA. It's MMA, man. It's different. It's a different wrestle.
You think Romero's heart is just kind of like not in it anymore? I mean, once you know,
I don't think that's the case. I just think maybe the guy's getting a little older. Doesn't look it. I mean, he's been 58 for the past 10 years. Mm-hmm. You know, finally, he's just. But I believe that it just doesn't. I think in his head, he's as aggressive as he ever was, but physically, maybe it's slowed down a smidge.
Yeah.
Right? It's slowed down a smidge. He can literally kill half the population as of right now. But Phil Davis is just another animal.
He's still young. He's still sharp. He's still trying.
He's a better MMA fighter. He's a better, well-rounded fighter than Romero. Romero doesn't have the cleanest striking ever. His wrestling's okay. He relies on his explosiveness to get the opponent down, to hit the guy with one shot to knock him out, or to take him down and hold him down, and he just wasn't able to pull it off against Phil because he's very well-rounded. He uses his striking to set up his wrestling, uses his wrestling to set up his striking. He was just a better fighter, clean, man.
And what Romero was known for started to happen. I mean, it has happened drastically less than really since after the Chris fight.
Yeah.
There was nothing real crazy. I mean, maybe, I'm not even sure who he fought after that, but that was kind of like it for him. Did he fight
Robert Whitaker?
Whitaker immediately after that?
Maybe he did.
Yeah. So he just kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah.
People kind of picked up on his deal.
He looked jacked though. I mean, he looked thick. He looked thick, man.
Yeah.
I feel like if he could not train for like 2 years and still be shredded like that.
100% guaranteed, no doubt.
Romero is a specimen for sure. But that was a good fight. We go from UFC to boxing to Bellator, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so switching it up a little bit.
Oh, which you know about. I've been preparing for a Mammoth Sniper Challenge in January.
Yes, sir.
Hope it's late January.
Why?
Because hopefully we'll get a fight early January.
On that recently announced Whitaker-Izzy card. Speaking of Whitaker.
Which date is that?
January.
January what? It's
Not
just
sure.
January? It's just January?
Yep,
You don't even know
just,
yet?
Maybe they're going to that style. Like it's in January. You don't know when or where. You just got to be ready.
Yeah. All right.
And then they just.
You get your UFC letter and you get on the plane.
Yep.
I like
go fight.
But a Mammoth Sniper Challenge. So something new. I thought it'd be really cool to do. Experience. I have a buddy of mine, Philip. This will be his 5th one. So it's kind of like a 3-gun challenge, hiking over 40 miles in 3 days, backpacking through the woods, sleeping, outside in, below freezing. I won't say it's below freezing, but it's going to be pretty cold, midwinter, which I don't do well with cold. I mean, look at me. I think this is kind of right up your alley, Tony. Big polar bear.
I love it. I'm a winter. Winter's my favorite season. This
guy, midwinter, snowing outside, will get in the car and turn on his AC. Ridiculous. What the heck? Mm-hmm. But so we're I'm going to be performing that, so we're getting ready for it. It's a cross between, my buddy Philip is going to be the primary shooter. I'm secondary shooter, but it's handgun, it's rifle, and then sniper. So it's going to be fun. We'll do four, I guess, competitions, 4 blocks a day, I guess, where you got to hike to certain points and you have to get there in a certain amount of time. So it's like you're nonstop, getting up at 5 a.m., which is another thing that I don't do well. And we're doing this for fun. I'm not trying to go out there and win this thing because it's like a sport to a lot of these guys. I mean, they're sponsored. You know, these guys that perform in these types of competition is better than most of your military guys, because this is all they do.
Yeah.
You know, they just sit there and practice all day long. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Me and you practiced not too long ago. We went out there with my buddy Phil and did some fun stuff. When is that video coming up? Is that coming up this Friday?
Yes, it is.
Let's go. So you'll see some of that training this Friday. We're going to be posting up. A lot of fun. Dude, I got a flamethrower.
Yeah, homeboy rolls in Friday to the business meeting rocking a flamethrower.
You and your words, a flamey?
A flamey, dude. A flamey blaster, man.
Yeah, I mean.
Who just comes in with a flamethrower, dog?
Me and Phil went to Greenville, was it City Arsenal?
Mm-hmm. Got some gear.
Yeah, shout out to City Arsenal, Greenville. And I'm sitting there looking at some, ARs, looking at some different stuff, getting ready for this competition, and we're getting ready to leave, and I look over to my left, and I see this box, and it's just nothing but fire across this box. I'm like, what is that, dude?
Talk about a thumbnail.
And I'm like,
I got you.
Is that a flamethrower? And me and my buddy Philip were like, dude, yeah, that's a flamethrower. We're getting one. $600, dude. Shoots like 25, 30 feet.
Mm-hmm. And on the box, it's like, great for melting ice from far away. Snow. Burning wood. It's like,
so yeah, it's like how I guess the only way they can market it.
Yeah, they market it. It doesn't say flamethrower on the box. It's like long distance torch.
Yeah. So Dad's like, what do you only use this for? I'm like, I could light my fireplace from my couch from now on.
Yeah, you can't
I don't have to get
see a flamethrower and not buy it.
Dude, you can't. What man out there would walk past that and not drop some bills for it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Flamethrower, it's sick. We're gonna actually do some YouTube stuff with it. We're gonna use it one day.
I'm gonna shoot it at him and see if he can dodge it.
Yeah. No, we're gonna cake me in that flame repellent stuff that those guys
cake me and you, and then we have to fight. You have to spar each other.
Yeah.
First one to quit because he's burnt loses.
Yeah, because you have to fight and put each other out before the flame retardant. Mm-hmm. Right? Is that a word?
Yeah, flame retardant. Stuff. Yeah, it's okay to say it in that context. Okay, thanks. Just not anything else. So that's going to be intense.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm going to be cruising along on the old ATV because homeboy right here ain't hiking no 40 miles ever.
They're like, Tony, you're going to put this on YouTube. Like, yeah, if you got a 4-wheeler for me. So we got him a 4-wheeler. He's going to be ahead of us, behind us, beside us on this 4-wheeler.
Yeah,
getting content.
I better get a 4-wheeler and then a full blown.
We're going to be
trailer that I can sleep in while you guys are sleeping in.
You're going to be glamping and we're going to be laying outside in the dirt.
For real, or else I ain't going. So you better get to talking over there, man.
It's going to be cool. I got to get one big enough for both of us to fit in.
You just going to leave Phil outside?
No, he's got his own tent. He'll have his own tent.
His own tent. I'm going to have a full-blown camper out there, bud.
So that's going to be fun. But even cooler than that,
big weekend this weekend.
Big weekend, man. Sick card. UFC 266.
Huge card.
Curtis Blades on the card. You got Shevchenko on the card. Is she related to, what's the other guy, boxer's name? Shevchenko?
No, Lomachenko.
Is it Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Okay, it was way off. Shevchenko, she's defending her title. You got Nick Diaz coming back to face off against his old rival, Robbie Lawler.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the 145 championship bout versus Volkanovski and Ortega.
Yeah.
So, man, talk about a sick, nasty card.
Literally great fights from the pre-prelims to the prelims to the main card. I mean, you got Carl Roberson on the pre-prelims. You got Matthew Smelsberger, which, a fantastic last name on the pre-prelims. Regular prelims, you got Dan Hooker's fighting Kelvin Gastelum Jr., a.k.a. Nasrat Haqparast.
Kevin Gastelum Jr.?
Yeah, tell me he doesn't look exactly like Kelvin Gastelum.
I thought that was Kevin Gastelum.
Exactly.
What?
Same dude.
That is
the mini version of Kelvin.
You guys need to go look at that. Nasrat Haqparast.
perfect, dude.
That was,
Perfect pronunciation.
thank you.
And then Marlon Moraes is fighting Rob Davalishvili. He fights for Law MMA out of Law MMA in New York.
Oh yeah, the wrestler.
Yeah, the Jordanian wrestler.
Jordanian.
So
Georgia.
got a big bout coming up at Marlon Moraes, and then the main card kicks off with Jessica Andraj versus Cynthia Calvillo. So number 1 taking on number 5. In that one, the women's flyweight division. Heavyweight, you got Curtis Blades taking on Jairzinho Rozenstruik.
What?
Yep, number 6 versus number 4. You got Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler, and of course what you said. So thoughts. Let's start with Blades Rozenstruik.
Oh my goodness. Well, we all know Rozenstruik puts one of 2 of his hands on you, you're going out.
Yeah.
So, and he's explosive. He's got good takedown defense. Curtis Blades is definitely going to look to get this fight to the floor.
He's got good takedown defense, but he don't have enough takedown defense because Curtis Blades, he ain't going to stop trying to take you down.
I could have sworn I just heard somebody scream.
Yeah, my kids are in the...
Oh.
Colleen brought the kids up here. They're out in the dojo playing.
Cool. I was about to say.
We're being haunted.
I was legit about to get scared. Like, what was that?
Tony grabbed the sword.
That's not going to help you.
Yeah, it's dull. It's for trophies only.
I'm going to go with my man Curtis Blades.
Hands
I think
down.
he can get him down, use his wrestling, the cage control. Of course, we all know what my predictions are like. So I think I got my man Curtis Blades.
Now, here's the deal. Curtis Blades fought Derek Lewis his last fight. Got KO'd.
Yeah.
I mean, just uppercut, finished, starched, dunzo. Blades has been like, you know what? Everybody knows what I'm going to do. I ain't changing anything. I'm coming after you. Do you think it's going to start biting him in the butt?
If you're not smart about it, yes. I mean, if you're going out there just doing the same thing, I mean, the same setup for the takedown, the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are gonna read you like a book. You gotta. That's what's crazy about this game, is that if you stay the same for long, people will figure you out. They're just smart enough. They're just, they got good people, good technicians around them to help them figure it out. If they're not smart enough to figure it out themselves. So, I mean, he's gonna have to change something up. Because if you keep doing the same thing, it's going to bite you in the butt.
Yeah, he can't just be blatantly obvious about what, because obviously he got put out because of it.
Yeah.
He just waited for it and boop.
Yeah.
And Rozenstruik certainly has the power that Derek Lewis has to put people to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a former, K1 style, Dutch kickboxing style fighter. He's going to have that power behind him and timing. So, you got to be on your P's and Q's, man.
Absolutely.
What's next? Let's go for it.
Next, you got the big one, man. The one more people are talking about than even the 2 title fights. Nick Diaz, Rob Law.
Well,
Rob Law.
That's a good one. I like both of them. But I would say, when was the last time Nick Diaz got finished? I know he hadn't been fought in 4 years or something like that?
Yeah.
But he guy's taken less punishment the last 4 years than Robbie Lawler has.
Nick Diaz's last fight.
Anderson Silva, I think.
2015. 6 years ago.
What?
6 years ago.
But, and it's not like the guy hasn't been not doing anything. Mm-hmm. He's he's helping his brother get ready. Probably still training jiu-jitsu. And I don't remember the last. I don't think, has he been knocked out? Has Nick been knocked out?
Yes, he has been.
Who knocked him out?
He was finished in regional promotions,
okay. But not in the big.
Not
the big
that
I'm gonna go with Nick Diaz, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so? Are those 6 years? I mean, he hasn't been competing, yeah, but he also hasn't taken the damage Robbie has since that time.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, obviously Robbie Lawler can put anybody out with one of his punches, but you do lose a little bit of that reaction time, not being in it long enough. You lose the feel a little bit of not being out there competing, but I don't know, man. This one's a hard one, dude. I think Nick. I'm thinking Nick. I'm leaning towards The meter's leaning towards Nick at this point.
Since Nick Diaz's last fight,
Yeah.
Robbie Lawler has fought Rory McDonald,
That was
Carlos
crazy.
Condit, Tyron Woodley, Cerrone, Dos Anjos.
Did he beat Cerrone?
Yeah, he beat Cerrone. Lost to Dos Anjos. Fought Ben Askren, Colby Covington, Neil Magny. So,
How many of those were losses?
he lost to Woodley, obviously got KO'd. Lost to Dos Anjos in a decision. Got submitted by Ben Askren after that crazy first round.
Yeah.
Lost to a decision versus Colby in a decision. So most of them have been decisions.
Yeah. I mean, he's
But,
going the distance. That kind of changed my mind a little bit.
Except for Woodley.
That changes my mind a little bit. But if you I feel like his last few fights, he just kind of let it happen. Just kind of let his opponent kind of win the fight. He didn't have that Robbie Lawler fire that you saw in the Rory McDonald fight.
Yeah.
I think that might have
Literally in
taken
every fight until he got knocked out by Woodley.
Yeah. And it was just kind of like, pew, it's
Yep.
not the. I've been there, done that. I don't know if that's his mindset, but I don't know. He has once, he went the distance. So, he's taking some shots and kept on going, dude.
But, you got to think about who he lost to. He lost to
Yeah.
Dos Anjos, who's typically a pressure fighter. He lost to Colby, who's typically a pressure fighter. He lost to, not typically is. He lost to Neil Magny, who's that pressure fitter, just stay in your
Nick
face.
Diaz is a
And
pressure
Nick
fighter.
Diaz is a pressure fighter.
He'll come at you.
He's gonna bring it to you.
Pop. It's and he knocked him out his last fight in Strike Force with a jab. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
If you're a betting person, you're putting your money on Nick Diaz. He's the underdog, but he's also the fresher fighter. He's a freaking just game opponent.
Yep.
So I'm not pulling for. I'm taking Nick as well in this one.
I'm going for Nick too, man.
Can't go wrong.
I got a feeling.
And not to mention, he's a good fresh blood in the back in the game.
Back in it.
You could
And
fight
there's so
that
much
dude.
Hype. So much hype.
You could fight him next
Let's
or
go.
whoever. You know what I'm saying? It's just another awesome opportunity for those welterweights
100%.
out there.
I'm excited.
Okay. So next up, moving on to, and I'm sure we're going to talk about this one for like 2.5 seconds because, come on now. You got Valentina Shevchenko taking on Lauren Murphy.
Valentina.
Yeah.
There's not even.
There's
no breakdown.
She is
on
a
that.
minus 1250 favorite, dude. Like,
Yeah. I don't even know how to. There's just too much that Valentina has to even like the speed. She's just the best. I don't know. She's got to fight Nunes.
she's a female goat.
She is, dude.
In my opinion, she beat Nunes their last fight.
Yeah, the second one.
The
What weight
second
was
one.
that?
35. After that,
Those are the only two to put together again. You
Mm-hmm.
have to. Got to fight those two again.
doesn't seem like Nunes is super eager to go back down to 35, though.
Nah,
She was supposed to fight.
Huge.
She was supposed to fight, I'm pretty sure, on this card as well versus Juliana Pena.
What happened?
COVID. That's what she
that's
said.
right, okay.
But Juliana was like, I saw her on Instagram. She was eating cake and she was da 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 da.
Can't eat cake if you have COVID.
No, like she's not cutting weight. She's not doing the things that you typically be doing if you're getting ready for a title fight.
Yeah.
It's like when you're Amanda Nunes, you've been there, done that. You're a 2-time champion. You're crushing everybody they put in front of you. You eventually got to get that. Like, is it really enough for me to come back out there and go through all that again? Is it as exciting as it was?
Yeah, I wonder. I want to know what that feels like. Got to get that title first, man.
You get that title, you gotta get that title, and then hold it for like 10 years.
Be the real GOAT of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Who ever lived.
Ever.
That's the plan. But beat everybody striking.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Like just no
Like I do.
grappling?
Zero grappling.
Good.
I got to fight. My next 10 opponents got to be strikers.
Yeah. Wouldn't you love that?
I would love that.
So yeah, Valentina Shevchenko, no doubt. Now, Lauren Murphy's nickname is Lucky. So you
You
could
get lucky.
You could get lucky, and there's not really a such thing as luck because they're working hard and they're training hard. And we have that T-shirt that Mom used to make: "The harder you work, the luckier you get." I love it.
Yeah, I like that one too.
There's always a chance, she could get Matt Serra GSP'd out there, but not likely. Again, money's on
Shevchenko.
Money's on Chevy.
And then main event.
This one is kind of a tougher one for me to pick.
Style versus style. The style matches up are different. Like, you've seen Max Holloway fight both of these guys, right? Mm-hmm. So Max Holloway went out there and
we're talking about Alexander Volkanovski defending his 45-pound belt versus Brian Ortega, just so y'all know.
So Max Holloway fought both of these guys, and Max Holloway...
Extremely different outcomes.
Right. Just schooled Ortega, right?
Like the first time Ortega had even been touched, really, at that point in time. And Max Holloway just made him look like he didn't belong in there.
Right. And then he goes and fights Volkanovski, that was a great fight between both of those guys. Volkanovski putting everything together, Max Holloway predominantly using his striking, his boxing to win it. But then you got this predominant jiu-jitsu guy. The styles make fights, and this could go differently.
Does Ortega have the style to beat Volkanovski, but just didn't have the style to beat Max?
Yeah.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out, man. At this point, I'm going for Volkanovski just because he's the champ and he's got some good strike. And Ortega's tall. He's super long. I think he's longer than – he's got a longer reach than Max Holloway, I believe.
So, Volkanovski's 5'6".
Yes.
And I think that's a little bit inflated, but that's just me. Ortega's 5'8". Get this. Volkanovski has the longer reach.
Really?
71.5 inches versus Ortega's 69 inches.
Wow.
Yeah.
It could be a misprint. Remember they had mine at 72 inch when I fought at Ellenberger?
They had yours at 71.5 inch reach, and Brian Sand was like, "Oh, certainly fights longer than what his reach, says about him. That's interesting."
Yeah, I'm like, okay, it's way off, dude.
They got it off.
I guess they were just giving him just a
They just typo. That person got fired immediately. So the odds, the breakdown. You got Volkanovski's the favorite. They have the show together, which I didn't watch a single episode of. Congrats to the winner. He came here, remember, for Gamma, the winner of the show.
Oh yeah.
I know his name's like Pooh Bear Battle or something.
Yeah,
like
Pooh
that.
Bear. Yeah, he came. Yeah, he's a super nice guy. He actually got some training with us before that, or years ago. It was like 2 years ago, maybe. It wasn't when we were in the gym. So it was about a year ago. He came and got some training in.
Yeah.
He had a fight coming up or something. I don't remember what it was, but super nice guy. He was here to help coach his students in the Gamma tournament. Solid guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and crushed it. He was the guy that nobody thought was going to win it, and he ends up winning it.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I love it.
Awesome. So, anyways. What are we talking about that for?
Oh no, you brought it up.
Oh yeah, because they were coaching on the Ultimate Fighter together.
Okay, that's right.
So they've had time to talk and get in each other's heads and kind of they're very familiar with each other.
I haven't been watching the show, but have they been doing that? Were they trying to talk trash and trying to get in each other's heads?
I have no idea.
It's not like
because neither one of them are like trash talkers.
Nobody's breaking doors anymore and freaking Rampage used
breaking fake doors and stuff.
Yeah.
So, Volkanovski's last fight was Max Holloway.
Okay.
And Ortega's last fight was... This is freaking out on my phone.
Max Holloway?
No, he won his last fight.
Oh, okay. Who did he fight?
Was it Korean Zombie? Didn't he knock out Korean Zombie?
Did he knock out Korean Zombie? No, dude.
Pretty sure he did.
He knocked out Korean Zombie. When was that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't for some reason I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, he did. No, he didn't. He didn't knock him out. He schooled him for five. Okay. For 5 minutes or 5 rounds.
Korean Zombie's a gamer too, bro. So yeah, that's going to be a good one. I'm going for Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it right here in the USA. USA. I'm taking T City on this one.
All right, dude.
Taking T City. T City. T City. Let us know in the comments down below who you guys are taking. We want to know who you're taking for all these fights.
Yes.
Give us a little main card recap of what you guys are thinking about. Let us know what it is, how it's going, what your thoughts are, all that good stuff. Just the whole
shebang. The whole chicken and cheese quesadilla.
Yep. And if this video right here gets 55,000 likes, my next fight will be versus Thor. Boxing.
I would love to see that.
I'll fight Thor in Iceland.
All right. I know we're working on that right now, actually. Mm-hmm. We are working on Sweet Tea fighting Thor in boxing. So
FYI.
Yep. Throwing that out there.
But
who do you think I should fight next, dude?
I mean, there's only one choice at this point in time. Everybody else has fights, so it's got to be Gamebred 2.0.
Come on, Gamebred, let's go. Make it happen in January. It's got to be early January, though. Okay.
That'd be a huge card. Izzy and Whitaker, you and Gamebred.
Great fight.
Me and Thor.
Vegas.
Boxing only.
Where's that at?
I don't know. I think it's in North Pole.
Yeah, we can do that. First time for everything?
No, it's not like official yet, so okay. I'm not sure exactly where it is.
Hope it's in the U.S. though. Hope it's not. We don't have to go to travel to.
I doubt it. It's really tough. They're having a really hard time getting out of New Zealand and stuff. I think they were trying to have this fight later this year, but New Zealand's making it near impossible for these guys to get out. I know Dan Hooker is like struggling to get out, and it's crazy.
Not as bad as Australia going on right now, right?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Anyway, I just know that because of the news of the MMA.
Let's make this. We're gonna need your help on this, guys. Got to get that Gamebred fight. Let's go.
Cool.
All right, man. Sweet Tea, thanks for joining us, man.
Always, every day.
Thank you guys for joining me and Sweet Tea
on this Monday morning. Make sure you guys get out there, crush it, kick it in the behind.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Start your work week off right. And again, if you're watching this and you're not a big fan of the visual and you like Spotify and all that stuff, we're over there as well. We're on Spotify. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts. So if you want to listen to it while you're driving, listen to it while you work, make sure you guys head over there. Follow us. Like the content. All that good stuff. Guys, catch you later. Hope this week. Why did you just laugh a little bit? Because when I screamed a minute ago, I farted at the same time. That's what that smell is, dude. That's messed up, dude. Sorry, you wonder farted, man. I did. I got you. I tried to hide it. It actually smells like cotton candy. You're welcome. So in case y'all didn't know what Wonderboy's poots smell like, yeah. It's like cotton candy and. All right, guys. Catch y'all later. See y'all next time. Bye, guys.